Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could please say hello to everybody.
Woo, Professor! Yes, I love that energy.
He's running laps around the classroom. That's
yeah.
Curtis, what on earth are you doing? Why are you running around the class?
His hands are in the air like he's celebrating.
Oh yes, I'm just feeling the energy today. Is everybody else feeling the energy? I'm super excited.
I'm feeling good. I got plenty of sleep last night.
I don't know. Is this lesson any different from any other lesson we've done?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but you just brought a lot of energy to that introduction to class, so I just had to get up and express myself.
Well, I guess I'm feeling pretty good today, ready to go. You know, being able to sleep in my own bed has been really good for me, and I think I'm starting to recover from the trauma of our trip to Cinnabar Island.
Yes.
Although,
I can't deal with more trauma, please.
I love to spend more time in this classroom.
And yeah, we probably. I think this is gonna be a pretty laid back lesson. I don't think too much anything crazy is gonna happen. I don't think.
No.
Also joining us here in the classroom today is, of course, our young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin, if you could please say hello to everybody.
Hey, everyone. Trainer in training, Corbin, the master of the classroom, the former president.
Whoa.
In the hearts of many, some would say the same president still.
Take it down a notch there, okay?
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
You don't need that much from you. Okay. No,
I don't know where you've taken this master of the classroom title from. I don't know how you've bestowed it upon yourself.
I think many people would agree that me losing the presidency was unfair, and I think in some ways, there's a lot of friends of mine that still think that I am the president. So I'm just saying.
Well, just because you haven't told them that you're not the president anymore doesn't mean, that you are.
But in my heart, I am. And in the hearts of my many adoring fans around the globe, I am still the president of this classroom.
Well, no, that's crazy. But, it's interesting that you bring up the class presidency because I believe I mentioned it in the last lesson, but it bears repeating. We will be electing a new class president very, very soon. So we
It's
may...
me.
It's not you.
No.
When we want to move into the Johto region Pokedex entries with a new class president, and we have a different method of doing it this time around.
It's an actual voting method.
It's actually democracy this time. Which is great. Yes. Last time we randomly selected one of the people that had sent their names in. But this time, we have taken all of the submissions and nominations that we've gotten in our Gengar mail, and we've put it onto a Google... We've put it into a Gengar doc.
Ah, yes, a Gengar doc.
Yeah, a Gengar doc. Where you... Well, it's
a
actually...
Gengar form.
It's a Gengar form. Yeah, a Gengar form. Not a Gengar Mega Evolved form. Just, the Gengar form. It's like Gengar Mail, but you get it.
This isn't confusing at all for listeners.
No, it's not. Why would it be? And don't worry, because we should have included a link to it in the Discord and any of our socials, I think.
Sure. Yeah, we'll put it on social media. There should be 10. There's 10 candidates, I believe, in that form that you can vote for.
And they all have their running platform underneath their name as well.
And their pitch and their plea.
Their beg, their cry for the reasonings why they should be the president. None are as good as mine, but they're fair.
Oh, have you thrown your name into the ring this time, Corbin?
I just by default, I am the...
I'm going to have to delete that one out then.
Is there still time for me to put my name on that Gengar form?
Well, if you haven't already, unfortunately, no, you can't, Corbin, because we have... we have sealed off the submissions for now. So if you send us a Gengar mail that says you want to be student class president, unfortunately, we cannot take it anymore.
Oh.
So hold off those until the next time around, because again, we want to, always get new submissions for class president right before we elect the class president, if that makes sense.
Right. And hold on. So again, there's a link to the form in our Discord. If you're not in it, there's a link in the description, and it's on It's gonna be on Twitter and
yeah, man, this is a fun little treasure hunt we're sending them on, right? All right,
it's not that hard to get.
You'll first need to find the link inside of our description.
It's not that hard. I don't know.
Once you find that, you'll have to navigate the Discord.
No, like I think we actually got a message on either Discord or Twitter. I don't know. We got a message somewhere where somebody was like, "Finally, I found your Discord," and I'm like, "It's in the link of every lesson." Like, it's not that hard to find.
If students are having trouble finding it, let us know. Gengar mail us and let us know that we've made our Discord difficult to get to.
We'll send you a link directly in response.
Directly. We have done that too. We have done that too.
We have the capability. We can do that.
The means.
We have the power and the
Wait,
will.
hold on. Professor. I almost said president. That's me.
That's not you. That's not you.
It should be. It should be. When does voting end?
So we will be announcing the who has been elected as class president when we in our Chikorita lesson. In my Chikorita lesson, it's mine.
Yours.
Mine.
Okay.
You are the king of this class.
Which will come after our break on the first week or the first Wednesday in September. Now that being said, we'll need time to tally the votes. So you'll have to get your submissions in by Thursday, the 24th of August. August 24th, which is a Thursday.
Yes.
So make sure you get it in by then. Any votes after that will not be counted. So if you want to make your voice heard and for who you think will be the best class president, do it before August 24th. All right. Are there any more questions from the class on this matter? You guys both seem very confused.
I'm fine, Professor. I will put in my vote as soon as possible.
Professor, I'm never confused because I don't have to think about it. I just follow you, Professor.
Well, you don't have to think, Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, when was the last time you had a thought?
Yeah, when was the last thought you had, Mr. Curtis? Tell us about it.
I was thinking about the professor this morning.
I bet you were.
And how he ate that bowl of shredded wheat. It was very, it looked like it was pretty filling. What would you say, Professor?
I did not eat shredded wheat this morning.
Oh, well. I must have been outside of the wrong house.
No. Oh, God.
Have you forgotten your own professor's appearance?
Yeah, don't you know that I'm deathly allergic to shredded wheat? I'm not like gluten intolerant. It's just when wheat is in a shredded form, I cannot consume it.
Oh no!
When it's unshredded, it's fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as you shred that,
when it's intact, it's fine. But upon shredding, something happens and my body just can't take it.
Right.
Cannot. I'm so sorry, Professor. I'll make sure I write that down.
Well, you know what, Mr. Curtis, you can ruminate on this and you can really, think about your shortcomings while you do a specific task for me. I need you to take care of something.
Yes, Professor, whatever you need. Let me redeem myself.
So I printed out a picture of the Pokemon that we're going to be talking about today.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I did mistakenly send it to the wrong printer. It's the printer actually on the other side of the Saffron City Learning Center.
The one in the principal's office or the one in the teacher's workroom?
No, the one next to the nurse's office near Egg's desk.
Got you. Yes. Okay.
Or Excelsior, our nurse.
Yes.
The nurse Chansey. So yeah, if you could go grab that for me, Mr. Curtis.
Of course, Professor. Here I go.
Bye.
Wow.
Oh,
He went so fast.
I have never seen him that fast.
Look at him go. Wow. He might be gone for a while, though. So while he's gone, Corbin.
Yeah, hi, that's me.
Do you know what Pokemon we're talking about this week?
Okay, I have a feeling that it's one... It's a good one, right? Like, it's a really cool one.
Man, it really depends on your definition of good and evil, I guess.
Well, that's a whole discussion.
That is a discussion.
Time for it?
Probably not right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe after class.
So this is one.
This
is a really rare one too.
Or maybe is it two?
Oh, okay. It's that it's not Dodrio then, right? That's two heads. Well, we already learned about Dodrio. You're right.
No, Doduo is the one that has two heads. I see you're not remembering your lessons very well.
Yeah. Oh, is it Scovillain?
That one has two heads. Okay, I'm misleading you with the two. The two is in the name and not really in any kind of physical manifestation on the Pokemon itself.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. It's Porygon 2. Are we evolving Portia, our editor?
God.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No. We're learning about Mewtwo. I know that's a little bit confusing because we haven't learned about Mew yet.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know why. I don't know why they put the sequel first.
I don't know.
But yeah. So to get us ready for that, I actually have an essay here that I'm going to read right now.
Oh!
Because we still have to kill some time while Mr. Curtis is... he left so fast. I would have thought that he would have made it back by now.
It's a large school. It is.
It is it's a vast school with sprawling hallways and labyrinths inside. But no, so we have a Gengar mail here that is an essay on Mewtwo. It's very well done. So it comes to us from Dots, who you may remember is what our Dragonite is named after.
Right. This is the real Dots. Right.
Yes. So it says, "Hi, Professor," or Mr. Curtis, who I believe screens these emails. Wrong. It's me. I read them all.
Ooh, wrong, Dots.
Right off the bat, you're wrong.
God.
I hope I spelled your name correctly. You did spell Mr. Curtis correctly, just so you know. But
did.
there's no way to be sure. It's pretty well documented how to spell Mr. Curtis's name.
I think he's got to be trolling. We've put it in like
trolling.
It's the same thing with the Discord. It's in the description. Come on.
I think we'll find there's a lot of trolling in this essay in this Gengar mail. It goes on to say, "I've been a virtual student for over a year, and it's my favorite class at the Saffron City Learning Center."
Thank you.
That means a lot.
That sounded sarcastic, Professor.
It is.
Yeah, you were like,
no, this is sarcastic.
That means a lot.
Thanks a lot. What I said was thanks a lot. I mean it. Thank you.
Okay.
He goes on to say, you and your in-person student, former class president Corbin, really know how to ask the tough questions about Pokemon biology.
I do. Thank you. That's very sweet.
Inspired by my virtual classmates, I wanted to write in and express my gratitude for this course, and I would like to submit an essay for Pokemon number 150 with a drawing alongside.
Okay.
The essay continues with, "On the subject of Mewtwo, Arceus has truly abandoned us, for he has looked down upon what mankind created and sees only abject horror. Mewtwo is known as the Genetic Pokémon, created by a group of scientists on Cinnabar Island. The supposed goal of their experiments was to develop a clone of the legendary Pokémon Mew. But those scientists were so zealous that they figured, why not just skip straight to the sequel, get Mew real beefed up, and inject Ankh straight into its DNA. That is Mewtwo."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this abominable beefcake stands at 6'7" on 2 digitigrade legs, supported by wide thighs. Overall, Mewtwo has cat-like features.
What is that? What's a cat?
Think
Professor?
of so there's cat-like Pokemon, which kind of look like Meowth and Persian and Skitty and Litten, and all those are kind of like cat-like Pokemon.
Sure. Okay.
Mewtwo has cat-like features akin to their genetic predecessor Mew. This is all they have in common, however, since whereas Mew is a symbol of life and good fortune, Mewtwo is an edgelord's dream of destruction. Their body is covered in fine pinkish gray fur. I'd say it's more I guess pinkish gray is kind of purplish, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We just say fair. Purplish. Broken up only by a fleshy purple tail that wraps from their waist, resembling an embryo. Speaking of waist, Mewtwo is absolutely snatched, measuring at 34'29'45".
Wow. Okay.
Those are their measurements. I don't know how you got those measurements.
How did you are you just making this up?
Yeah, it seems like you're making this up.
There's no way. No, there's no way you know all this.
Each of their 4 limbs terminate into spherical fingers and toes. One could guess that these are meant to aid in the disbursement of Mewtwo's psychic energy, but the Pokedex doesn't seem to think these appendages are worth studying. In fact, the Pokedex isn't concerned with Mewtwo's physiology in the slightest. Consider another one of this Pokemon's distinctive features, the flesh tube on the back of their head. I hated saying that.
I don't like the way that sounds.
The flesh tube is pretty...
Flesh tube?
That is an awful feel on the mouth. What is its purpose? Irrelevant. My speculation can only be that Mewtwo's mind is so overburdened with trauma, they require a second brainstem to fast-track the basic bodily functions. We could ask one of the only remaining scientists associated with the experiment, Project Head Mr. Fuji, but he's living out his golden years peacefully beside a mass burial site in Lavender Town and refuses to answer for his crimes against nature.
Whoa.
First of all, I wouldn't call that a mass burial site in Lavender Town. It's a graveyard. It's a cemetery.
It's a cemetery.
Those are different things.
In a very beautiful building, I might add, too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so...
Wait, is Mr. Fuji, is he not under house arrest, or does he just get to just live out his life?
I mean, as far as I know, he's just living out his life. He's definitely...
This justice system is broken.
He's definitely turned a new leaf, that's for sure.
Right.
Anyways, continuing on. The Pokedex is clear on a couple of things, however. Mewtwo is vicious in battle and uncaring in heart. These statements may appear subjective, but, as we know... What's stated in the Pokedex is certifiably true.
Amen. You're
here. Let it be known. This creature, who escaped its torturous confines and was later found alone in an abandoned cave by a nosy child, is nothing short of a battle-thirsty behemoth. To conclude, Mewtwo is the unfortunate result of a rogue science team's experiment to land their creation on the front page of Misdreavian art. I think that's another joke. Another troll, if you will. Born in a lab, it is no child of Arceus, and purpose-built to be the strongest Pokemon alive. Mewtwo knows no god or master. If you were to gaze deep into their deep purple eyes, you would hear their voice resonate inside your head, telling you to either leave or beg. Mewtwo is, in a way, mankind's highest achievement. Sadly, that was also our greatest mistake.
Wow.
I know, poetic.
Very well written. Okay, so my question is,
yes,
if it's no child of... Oh, yes, question, Professor.
Go ahead.
If it's no child of Arceus, now my question is, okay, so like, then is Porygon also not a child of Arceus? Because I think Portia is a wonderful soul. And although Portia is technically a man-made Pokemon, I would say that she is indeed a child of Arceus.
Just because they aren't a child of Arceus doesn't necessarily mean that, they are a bad soul.
But it just sounds like it's negative. Like, oh, it's just no child of Arceus. Like, are you trying to lump Porygon and Mewtwo into the same category? Because I disagree with that.
Wait, say that again?
I was just saying, I'm like, it almost sounds like, okay, so if Porygon and Mewtwo are in the same category, that they're no child of Arceus because they're man-made.
Arceus.
It just sounds... Arceus, whatever you want to say.
Sure it's Arceus.
It just sounds weird to compare the two because it's like one is so vastly different from the other. Like Portia is a sweet, kind soul.
You're the one who's comparing the two.
But okay, but factually they're both, not children of Arceus.
Okay,
right?
Sure. They also have, eyeballs. And feet and tails.
You make a good point.
I mean, just because they have something in common doesn't necessarily mean that they are in the same,
I'm just saying it sounds like there's a negative connotation to it, and I just want to reaffirm that Porygon/Portia, our Porygon, is wonderful.
Whoa, okay, sorry, you own Portia now?
No, I meant ours is like our collective Porygon, like our friend.
Are you a child of Arceus, Corbin? Because I'm not so sure.
I don't know. Did Arceus create humans? I don't know.
Whoa. Are we Pokemon?
Or did we create Arceus?
Wait, so if we created Arceus, right? No, there's no way we created Arceus.
No.
Because then Arceus also technically is not a child of Arceus.
Then Mewtwo is Arceus's dad? I'm so confused.
I think from this we can say that Mewtwo is Arceus' dad. Moving on. Dots' email continues on by saying, thanks for being great guides to the wonderful world of Pokemon. Here's to exploring the lands of Johto together. Sincerely, Dots. Oh, and there is a PS here. A PS. While joining your Patreon, I noticed that you were using generic clip art for your pledged tiers. Okay, you don't have to out us like that.
Hey.
Anyway, if you like, please feel free to use these images I made in respect to your class. So you may have noticed on the Patreon that we did recently change our tier,
our membership icons.
Our membership icons. That's a great way to say it, Corbin.
Yes, you're welcome.
Those were given to us by Dots in this Gengar mail, and we love them so much.
They're so great.
Dots, so very good.
They're really good, man. They're really good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the Gengar mail, Dots. I think we should. So. I don't have okay, here's the thing. I do have a Mewtwo.
Really?
I think there are several different Mewtwo clones.
I'll say a Mewtwo, or I felt like it was pretty clear based on the essay that we just received that there's only one, right?
Well,
like there's only one Mewtwo.
There's some speculation that there were multiple clones of Mewtwo done, that there are multiple Mewtwo's out there.
Okay.
Yeah, although I would call them maybe Mew 3 and Mew 4.
Right.
But I have one in a Pokeball here. It's a very special Pokeball, a Master Ball, some may say.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Can I touch it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Absolutely not. So normally in the class, I would, of course, throw out the Pokemon and we would all see it. And I've done that with this Mewtwo before, and then we put them back in the Pokeball and it's fine, right? You just put them out for a second, they kind of like yell and complain when I put it back in the Pokeball. But at this point, there's the track record of this class has been so disastrous, so catastrophic, that I'm not even going to play around with that idea. So I'm just going to put this...
yeah, based on the description from that essay, I think it would be the end of all of us if you let that thing out. Jeez.
Yeah, or at least one of us.
Well, why don't you just put it away?
I'm just going to put it on the desk here so we can think about it and just think about, the powerful being.
Just a flex that you have it.
Just a flex. Professor. Like, I just want people to know that I do have a Mewtwo.
Right.
I cannot go into my sources on where I got it. But
is that in your dating app bio that you have a Mewtwo?
I don't. What makes you think I have a dating app bio? I'm subscribed to any dating app. Maybe my dating life is going very, very well, Corbin.
Yeah,
it's not.
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor. It's okay. Do you want to talk about it right now?
No, but okay. So because I'm not, sending this Pokemon out. That's why I had Mr. Curtis go and...
where is he?
I don't know. He is taking a while to come back.
Did he get lost?
Help is on the way, Professor!
Oh my, wow.
There he is. Speak of the devil. There he is.
The devil, and he will appear.
Gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry that took so long. I had to take the long way around the school. Williamshire and the Machokes were repairing the main hallway, and I had to go down to the basement and loop around the third floor, and then... came back, so such a good. Oh, here's your picture. Here's your.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you.
Let me just set it here. Okay. Professor, you haven't thrown the Pokeball out here. Let me get the Decidueye out here.
No, it's not Decidueye. Don't do it.
No, Decidueye.
No.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Professor, I think you chose the wrong Pokeball. That's not Decidueye.
Curtis. Give me the Pokeball right now.
Here you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
You'll put it back into the Pokeball.
What is that?
Finally, I'm free from that wretched prison.
God, it's in my brain. Can you hear that?
That's not very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, how about you know what it's like?
Corbin! No! He's bubbled Corbin! Corbin, there's only a certain amount of oxygen in that bubble. You need to conserve it.
Yes, especially if I pinch it tighter like this.
Okay, Mr. Mewtwo, I can see that you're very upset. It was unfair of me, sure, to put you into a Pokeball for a long time, but I will say it was a Master Ball, so it had to be pretty nice in there, right?
You think that I am worthy of a small, spherical prison? I am the closest thing to a god you'll ever know.
Okay, well, we might run into some gods later on in this class series, but
you are looking at one.
Okay.
Excuse me. Don't mean to challenge you there, Mr. God. But people don't belong in balls. Pokemon do. So if you could release Corbin, that would be great.
If I'm feeling generous, maybe I'll let him live in one piece. But for now, I'm interested to learn what you have to say about me, Professor.
Well, yeah, that's it's very good timing then, because if you don't know, this is a classroom where we learn about Pokemon. We're learning about you today.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's not Decidueye today? I thought it was going to be Decidueye.
Decidueye is a weak, insignificant Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Are there any Pokemon that you don't consider weak and insignificant, out of curiosity?
I am very fond of Porygon because neither of us are a child of Arceus.
Oh, that's weird. We just talked about that earlier. It's weird that you would say. It's almost like you were listening. Were you listening to us?
I am listening all the time.
Oh, I can understand why you're so mad then.
I personally, I'm very partial to Spinarak. I don't know if you claim to be a god. I don't know if you've talked to the Night Mother at all. I mean, she's a pretty powerful god too.
You speak lies to me.
Ooh. If you didn't already have one of my students.
Your students.
Oh, you claim the boy, Curtis.
I don't prefer him, but he is the in-class portion of this class.
And he is the in-class portion of this class. And if you could please refer to him as Mr. Curtis,
thank
he
you,
does
Professor.
have that title in this classroom.
My manners went out the window the day I was poked and prodded like some insignificant little wimp.
I mean, who hasn't been poked and prodded?
Okay.
Jeez, you're such a drama queen.
So Mewtwo, if I may, we're gonna talk about you today. Would you? Is there any way we could get you to let go of our young Corbin here? He is our trainer in training, and we kind of need him for the class.
Shut up, boy. It would be very appeasing to rip the spine from his body.
Tell me about it.
But I'm interested to hear what you have to say about me, how accurate you think you are. Because I'm the closest thing to a god, I see you as my servant, so please, humor me. Tell me what you know about the great Mewtwo.
Okay, can we make a deal? If I go through the lesson, as I normally would, will you release my student?
I will consider it.
I'll have to.
Get Mr.
Yeah,
Curtis.
yeah. Well, for right now, I'm willing to play along, Professor. Let's just say that.
Okay. You know what? And honestly, nothing's gonna stop me from reading Pokedex entries, so I was probably gonna do it anyways, with or without a Corbin. God, he's really yelling in there, really complaining. Okay. The class, honestly, with his muffled screams, the class is way quieter than it normally is. So maybe I should be thanking you, Mewtwo.
Maybe I should shrink the ball even tighter.
But his mother did sign the contract, so
Okay, don't do that.
have
Don't
to
do
keep
that.
him alive until the class is done. So.
They did also sign the waiver,
That's
so we don't have to be super worried about it. So Mewtwo, we normally start off the lesson by describing the Pokemon that we're talking about. So maybe give us a quick description of yourself.
Look at me. Do you need a description? There is no words that can merely...
Purple.
It's purple.
Purple. Dude, pale
Purple's pretty
purple
good.
and dark purple.
You are underselling the greatness of a god that is floating before you, Mr. Curtis. I am a fierce weapon of destruction, born by trauma, born by humiliation.
Yeah, and the hubris of mankind. He's purple.
So purple. You want to talk about your tail at all? You have a tail.
He's got little knobbies for fingers.
You do not call them knobbies.
What are they then? Well, listen, Mewtwo. I can sense your anger, but we did give you a chance to talk about yourself, and you kind of just threw that out the window. So now we gotta take the reins here.
I would say he's big fat floppy tail.
Excuse me.
You really paused on that fat.
And some more knobbies on the toes. And some weird spikes on the head. They're not quite spiky. They're like little rectangular spikes, which means, they're not particularly effective at, anything spikes would be good for. So I'm not really sure what they're doing up there.
Wait, are those ears?
No, they're more like antennae.
Wait, no, I'm not asking you, Mr. Curtis. I'm asking you too.
They are. And I hear everything. And I hear what you have to say about me. And it is humiliating. Maybe I'll just rip the boy in two.
Oh no, Mr. Mewtwo.
Oh, God,
no.
2 Corbins? I don't know if I could handle that. So Mewtwo, I have a question for you. All right, taking your silence as confirmation. So we can hear you, but we're hearing you in our brains. Are our virtual students going to be able to hear you because they listen through a recording device? Is that because they're going to think that we're crazy if they can't hear you?
Oh, I'll make sure that they do.
How?
Your tiny human brain couldn't comprehend my sheer ability to project my thoughts to the masses.
I mean, why wouldn't you,
That
you
tracks.
why wouldn't you just use your mouth?
I have never been taught or learned to speak audibly with my own mouth.
Well, this is a classroom. This is a place of learning. Why don't you give it a try? See how it sounds.
If you promise not to mock me.
Oh, we would never. This is a safe place, all right? We would never laugh at a student.
Mr. Curtis.
No comment. No comment.
Please, just say it, Mr. Curtis. Come on. Oh,
No,
my
I
God.
won't make fun of you. I'm sorry.
Go for it. Go for it. Come on.
Now I'm going to use my mouth for the first time in my life. That didn't sound right.
That was fine.
Pretty close, though.
I know you're not laughing at me.
That was
No,
good.
no.
That was good.
Of course we're not laughing at you.
You shut that hole in your face, Mr. Curtis.
Let me just. I'm just gonna step over here.
That was hey, listen. For a first try, that was very good. Very good.
Maybe I'll try again later. Thank you.
Maybe. Do you have anything else that you want to say about, your physical attributes? Anything else before we move on?
Proceed with the lesson.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to my favorite part of the lesson, which is, of course, reading the Pokedex entries.
Woo!
We'll start off in the Kanto region.
Hold on. Before you stay in class, Mr. Mewtwo, I'm gonna need you to sign this form right here, and put an X right there. And
Is this a joke?
right there.
Kind
if
of
you wouldn't
is.
mind, please.
I've asked myself about this class a lot.
Okay, all right. I'll take that as a yes. All right, good. We just, anyone that's in here has to sign the standard forms and releases, But
Okay.
Go ahead, Professor. Please proceed.
Thank you for the permission, Mr. Curtis. God, you see what I have to deal with, Mewtwo? Ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Terrible.
God, he hangs on his words so much. It's hard to know when he's done talking or if he's just pausing for dramatic effect for the next word.
I am done when I say I'm done.
Are you done?
Are you done now?
I am done now.
Okay, great.
Okay, all right.
All right, starting off in the Kanto region, the first Pokedex entry says, it was created by a scientist after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments.
I think it's apparent.
You think it was a parent that did this?
No, I think it's apparent that he's a product of horrific gene splicing and DNA. No offense, Mewtwo. And DNA experiment.
You really said it like you meant offense.
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, it's just Arceus, couldn't produce work like this, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
A work of art, truly.
It's truly something.
The next entry says, its DNA is almost the same as Mew's. However, its size and disposition are vastly different.
Better, superior in every single way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, who can, do origami art better? You or Mew?
Me, I could do everything better than that puny, tiny, insignificant Mew.
Your name is Mewtwo. Have you ever thought about changing it? Because it seems like you really don't like Mew, and I mean, are you just okay with the name Mewtwo?
It's a part of my past, my history. As traumatic as it is, I must own it. 2 is more than 1.
Oh, dang, he's right. That is true.
Oh, yes. Have you
Two is
thought
more
about
than one.
Have you thought about Mew Beta?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, keep that one in mind.
What about Mew Junior?
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, what about Mew Junior?
You do look like a junior.
But I am not Mew's child. I am the next stage in evolution.
Oh, so you're the evolved form of Mew.
Not exactly, but I am even better.
Okay, all right, fair enough. The next entry says, a vicious psychic Pokemon created by genetic engineering. Its cold, glowing eyes strike fear into its enemy.
Would you agree, Professor?
Well, I'm not looking at you right now. I'm at the whiteboard.
Then turn around and look at
I'd rather not. I don't really want to.
Mr. Curtis, look into my eyes.
Yeah, look into his eyes, Mr. Curtis.
Do they strike fear?
I've seen scarier, to be honest. I mean,
hey, Mr. Curtis. Hey, Mr. Curtis.
I mean, they're very scary. Very scary. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. If we could just play along with him.
I'm sorry.
Tell me how scary they are.
How scary are they?
They're super scary.
Yes.
I'm shaking in my boots over here. You feel by
Shake and tremble at the sight of my eyes peering into your soul.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you believe in souls?
Only the weak among us have souls.
Okay. Okay, you don't believe in souls. All right, good to know. All right, moving on to the Johto region Pokedex entries. The first one says, because its battle abilities were raised to the ultimate level, it thinks only of defeating its foes. Is there any like thing out there that you don't see as your foe, Mewtwo?
Everything is my prey.
Oh, prey. Okay. Do you like eat the things that you quote unquote defeat?
Oh, I don't need to.
Oh, you don't need to eat.
It is sheer enjoyment. It is a catharsis for me to tear the flesh and bone from my prey.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. Very, very good. I like much. Good.
The next entry says it usually remains motionless to conserve energy, so that it may unleash its full power in battle. So that's why you don't move around a lot. It's so you can unleash it all in battle, right?
If I even unleashed 1% of my true power,
Whoa,
you would vanish in an instant.
Wow.
That's it's pretty impressive. Don't do that if you could.
I'd prefer to be here.
Yeah, I would prefer that didn't happen. But is it conserving energy? Because like most of your fighting comes from your psychic powers, right?
Exactly.
So how does not moving conserve? I guess your brain also uses energy.
Your brain's the most energy consuming organ of them all.
When you have a brain this powerful, it must rest adequately.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Honestly, and it's good advice for our students. Make sure you're getting rest because your brain needs to recover, just like any other muscle. Well, it's not a muscle, I don't think. Is it a muscle? Is the brain a muscle?
No, it's more of like a fat tumor.
Okay. Okay, a fat tumor, a fat thinky tumor.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing so far, Mewtwo? Do you think these Pokedex entries are a good representation of you and your abilities?
They could use a bit more praise, but for the most part, they are accurate.
Okay, well, we'll see how this next one, see what this one does for you. Said to rest quietly in an undiscovered cave, this Pokemon was created solely for battling.
Battling? That is not exactly true. It's not a battle if I am shredding them apart.
It's a mercy, right?
It is a massacre.
Mass destruction.
Wow, man, the psychic energy that swelled around him when he said massacre is pretty crazy. You really like that word, don't you?
I love it.
All right, moving on to the Hoenn region, the first entry says, Mewtwo is a Pokemon that was created by genetic manipulation. However, even though the scientific power of humans created this Pokemon's body, they failed to endow Mewtwo with a compassionate heart.
A heart is for the weak, and there is no room for weakness in my body.
I mean, it kind of makes it sound like that was a failure on their part, that they didn't give you a compassionate heart.
It made me the killing machine that I am.
So definitely a failure. So do you have a heart though, right?
A very small one.
A small one. A small, uncaring heart.
It's productive, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, he doesn't move around that much, so I guess blood flow isn't super important.
My blood is colder than my heart.
Okay. You think they'd be around the same temperature, but What do I know? I'm a Pokemon biologist, not a Mewtwo biologist.
And you're a fool at that.
Okay.
Whoa,
Okay.
now
Wow.
hold
Hey,
on
it feels
there.
like Corbin's back.
Don't you be saying that about the professor, okay? Remember, he had you in the ball to first place.
Yes, and he will have to fight for his life to get me back in it.
I think I could put you back in it pretty easily.
I would like to see you try.
See, I would, but I don't know what's gonna happen to the Corbin bubble.
Oh, it will implode.
Well, okay, so right now the only thing keeping it from imploding is your psychic force. It's kind of like a kill switch, right? If we take you away, if we take you out of the equation, then we just get a Corbin soup.
It appears you're not as dumb as I thought.
Well, high praise. That is high praise coming from a Mewtwo.
That's the only praise you'll get out of me today.
I don't know. We got a ways to go. We'll see. The next entry from the Hoenn region says, a Pokemon whose genetic code was repeatedly combined for research. It turned vicious as a result. What does it mean to repeatedly combine genetic code? It just, like, combine it with other things? Or, like, combine it just with, like, and maybe there's, like, a bunch of Mew inside of you? Maybe? Any thoughts on that topic, or?
How am I supposed to know the answer to that?
I don't know. You're really smart.
I block out those memories. Oh. I was just a mere embryo at that stage.
Okay. So it wasn't like from the pain of being created that turned you savage or anything like that, right? Was it painful at all?
Oh, it was pain.
Okay, so you remember the pain.
More pain than you can imagine. From my earliest memories, I have pain.
Okay. I guess, in the Kanto region, we did say that it was created by horrific gene splicing, so I guess it's pretty bad. Okay, let's move on to the Sinnoh region. The first Pokedex, or the only Pokedex entry in the Sinnoh region says, a Pokemon created by recombining Mew's genes. It's said to have the most savage heart among Pokemon.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I really don't want to have to cover.
What gives you that idea?
Wait, are you saying that you don't have the most savage heart?
No, I absolutely do. There is no heart more cold and hardened than mine.
Cold and hardened? Or did you say hearted?
I said hardened.
Oh, okay. Like a Metapod shell.
More
Harder than a Metapod shell?
Like a cloister shell.
More.
Maybe a Metapod shell after it's used hardened?
There is nothing as hard as my heart.
Wow. What about a Rhyperior horn?
I said nothing.
Okay, he's getting mad and worse and angrier and angrier every single time we try to think of something. Let's go ahead and move on. There aren't too many more Pokedex entries left. There's still a lot that we don't know about you, Mewtwo. So hey, maybe if you
never will.
Maybe if we got time though, if you want to stick around, you can help me put some new information in the Kanto region Pokedex.
Consider it a gift that I'm even giving you the time of day.
Fair. Man. God, Mr. Chris, have I ever told you I hate it when we talk about legendary Pokemon?
Yeah, many times.
It is always a life.
Every time we go around this rotation,
it's always a life and death situation. So that does it for the Sinnoh region Pokedex entries. The Unova and Kalos don't have anything new. They just repeat what we've already heard before. Man, they really don't care about you, huh, Mewtwo?
And they will suffer because of it.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to the Galar region. There's nothing new in Alola either. That's crazy. They normally have something new. The entry in Galar says, created from the DNA of Mew. This Pokemon is a dangerous combination of overwhelming power and a savage heart. And then the last entry says, the research efforts of a certain scientist ultimately resulted in this Pokemon. Its powers are dedicated to battling. I think we learned that certain scientist was Mr. Fuji. I think. Whoa! Even saying the name.
Utter His name.
Oh, wow, he gets so mad. We'll call him Mr. F for now.
That will do.
Okay, he's okay with that. So we have one unique Pokedex entry. It comes to us from Gary's Pokedex, not Gary the Shroomish, who's the groundskeeper here at the Saffron City Learning Center. This is Gary. I think it's Oak's nephew, Professor Oak's nephew. So
very insignificant.
Yeah, which is very.
I could not agree more.
And which is much like this Pokedex entry, which says Pokemon unknown, no available data. Love it.
Oh,
great work, Gary's Pokedex. You didn't.
I mean, who hasn't heard about the great Mr. Mewtwo?
Exactly.
Oh.
And I will make sure that they know.
Wow, good one, Mr. Curse. He didn't see your eyes roll when you said that.
I would never.
It's a good thing.
What?
It's a good thing Mewtwo doesn't understand what sarcasm is.
I was not told about the sarcasm. Please elaborate.
It's when somebody really means something when they say that thing. That's what sarcasm means.
That's right.
Mr. Curtis, I appreciate your sarcasm.
Oh, maybe
Thank you.
he does have a warm heart.
No!
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Okay, all right. Sorry. Oh, wow. He's really crushing Corbin in that bubble.
You're dark evil. Dark and evil.
Dark and evil. Mysterious.
Dark and evil.
Powerful.
That's better.
Oh, my God.
Big scary boy.
Yes.
That's the highest praise that Mr. Curtis can bestow. So that does it for all of the Pokedex entries on the base form of Mewtwo. But there are actually 2 Mega Evolved forms of Mewtwo. Have you heard about these Mewtwo that you can evolve even further?
I have.
How could you even get more awesome than how you be?
I can't.
But you have these Mega Evolved forms, and therefore you are evolving in some way?
Evolving in a different way, not a better way. I am the peak of human in Pokemon evolution.
Oh, okay. What, a human evolution? Wait, do you have human genes?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't want to have any of those genes. Ugh, goodness.
I would be so inferior.
Oh, if you had human genes? You're not saying you're inferior to humans.
I would be inferior if I had even 1% of a human gene.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the first, all of these Mega Evolution Pokedex entries come to us from the Alola region. The first one is for Mega Mewtwo X. That's right. This is X. Mm-hmm. It's X and Y are the 2 different forms. The Mega Mewtwo X Pokedex entry says, Psychic power has augmented its muscles. It has a grip strength of 1 ton and can sprint 100 meters in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, geez.
Okay, I mean, yeah, so that's kind of taking that whole idea of it doesn't move its body at all and just throwing it out the window. And saying that now it's really strong and it moves a lot. Do you think you could outrun a Mewtwo X Mewtwo?
Oh, I know I could.
He's just so sure.
Mewtwo X, show them to me. Maybe they will be a worthy opponent.
Well, I mean, you're the only Mewtwo that I have, so I would have to use a Mega Evolution Stone on you. And for Mega Evolution to work, you have to have a strong bond with the Pokemon. I kind of feel like we really aren't clicking. So I'm not sure it would work.
Yeah, you can't match the bond that the professor and I have, right, Professor?
I mean, certainly is a unique relationship that I don't fully understand, really.
Unique relationship. I love it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, moving on to Mega Mewtwo Y. Despite its diminished size, its mental power has grown phenomenally. With a mere thought, it can smash a skyscraper to smithereens.
Pathetic. I don't need to evolve to do that. I could do it now. Crush this entire building to the...
Oh, okay, whoa. No, don't do that. Please. We understand that you could. Like, don't get us wrong. Like, you definitely could.
No doubt. No question.
But you don't need to because, and this is very exciting, because we're moving on to the best portion of the lesson.
Woo!
Which is the testing portion. What do you think about that, huh, Mewtwo?
Oh, you want a test? You want a quiz, Professor? I will give you a quiz. I will give you a test. And if you get all the answers correctly, I just might let the boy live.
All of the answers? See, the thing is, I normally give the quiz. And I feel like if we change that formula now, it's going to confuse a lot of students.
The second that you let me out of that ball, this became my domain.
Okay.
So you will do what I say.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
that's fine. That's fine.
I'm not. Listen, you're very scary, cold, evil, mean, but I'm not afraid of your quiz.
You should be.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I got my Rotom laptop.
Because this is the first time in your entire class that this quiz is life and death.
Oh.
How much do you care for this boy's soul to save it?
Not
This
well.
quiz is life and death every time I take
Are
it.
you mimicking?
Mocking.
Are you mocking me?
No.
You think this is a game?
No. No, I'm sorry. I just had something in my throat. Hold on. Let me just get a quick sip of water there. Thank you. Ooh.
What a joke.
I'm sorry.
Well, we like to have fun here, so.
Oh, we're about to have a lot of fun, Professor.
Okay. Is this like a joint quiz? Are we taking it together?
I don't need any help from you, Professor.
Okay.
Trust me, I got this. I will save Corbin today.
Okay. Well, I'll sit on the sidelines and you tag me in if you need me.
I will let the slimy, stinky one be the one to take the quiz.
That's right. Let's go.
The slimy, stinky one.
I'm more dry and stinky, thank you. I don't exude a lot of slime.
I'm pretty
Sticky,
sure. I'm
sticky,
pretty sure
yes.
you definitely do exude a lot of slime.
Enough!
Okay, sorry. Go
sorry,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead with your quiz.
Question number 1. I am a master on the battlefield. How do I prepare myself so that I may unleash my full, unequaled power in combat?
Ooh, scary.
He does that when it's a good question. So that's like high praise.
Ha! Child's play, Mewtwo. Of course, if you were preparing, you would have to sit motionless and to conserve and save up all that good mental juice energy.
That's how he kind of normal. Oh, good. He accepted it. I was worried that he wouldn't. He would have a hard time parsing the Mr. Curtis jargon.
Don't celebrate yet. You're not out of the woods.
We're in a classroom. We're not in woods.
Question number 2. My 2 Mega Evolved forms are as perfect as I am. They're not better. We're the same.
No, nobody's saying that, Mewtwo. All right.
That's right.
List the strengths of these 2 forms in one incredible feat that they can accomplish.
Each? That feels like 2 questions. That feels like almost like 3 questions.
It's a
Mewtwo. I don't think that's fair.
two-parter, and you will answer it or the boy dies.
Okay, of course. Give me just a second to concoct my answer. Well, of course, Mewtwo. That would be Mewtwo X, the big, strong boy that can grip things with 1 ton of strength, and Mewtwo Y, with the big, beefy brain power, capable of smashing buildings with the passing musing.
Not just any building. What kind of building?
What kind of building, Mr. Curtis?
Skyscrapers.
Yes.
Really tall ones with lots of windows.
Okay. If you need, you just tag me in, Mr. Curtis, if you need me. Okay, I can help out.
Professor, this is my 7th time learning about Mewtwo. I've got this. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
If you can't allow me to assist, how could you call me the professor's assistant?
To assist?
I also would have accepted a skyscraper with innocent lives inside of it.
Oh, okay. That's true.
gruesome.
Most skyscrapers do have people inside.
Yes. Now, question number 3.
Yes, I'm ready.
There are many who compare me to my lesser predecessor, Mew. And with good reason, as I was created by splicing and engineering Mew's genes. However, I am of course more powerful and better in every way.
Of course.
Ignoring more obvious physical differences, what allows me to achieve this superiority.
Ooh.
That's a good one. He liked that one, Mewtwo. Good question.
And I hope I like your answer.
You know, I haven't heard you tell a single joke, Mewtwo. You got any good jokes up in that brain of yours?
Oh, I have more than a few.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
Fine, I'll give you a joke. What makes me throw up?
I don't know, Mewtwo.
The weak and disgusting nature of humans?
That, but the sound of music.
What makes you throw up?
Laugh, Professor.
I did laugh. I did laugh. It was pretty good. So what exactly do you throw up? Because I thought you don't eat.
What is your answer?
Okay.
Well, it is, of course, despite all of Mr. F's DNA splicing and engineering experiments, they could not give you the caring and warm heart that you deserved.
That is correct.
Oh,
And
so
I
you
don't
think you do
need-
deserve a heart?
No, the answer is correct.
He said
I
it.
don't need a compassionate heart. I don't need a heart at all.
Well, you do. You still do have blood. I think. I assume.
No, you are correct. The
Oh.
more blood, the better, and I see a future where this classroom is covered in it.
Oh God. Okay. How about you just ask us the last question and we can move
The
on.
last question.
I'm ready. That's 3 for 3, Mewtwo. If I get this one right, you have to give me back my student.
But if you get it wrong, I crush every bone in the boy's body.
I'll take that bet.
That's not a bet. All right.
It's an ultimatum, I think.
Final question. What are the 4 Pokemon that were cloned before me? And you have to name all of them.
But that's not in the Pokedex. This class is about the Pokedex.
We knew he wasn't going to play
studied it.
fair, Mr. Kurtz. Come on, you know this. You know this. Come on.
If it was not in the Pokedex, I don't know it. I don't know it, Professor. That's all I study.
Well, I think the first 3 are... Okay. I think I know the first 3. I believe it was Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. I believe those are the first 3, but the 4th one...
Professor, please.
You need the 4th one or the boy dies. The force field is getting smaller.
Wait, okay. I think I got it. Okay, this is a trick question, isn't it, Mewtwo? Oh, I can see. Look at you. Look at your smug little face. I got you. I'm onto you. The 4th clone, and this is a very sad story, it wasn't a Pokemon at all. It was Mr. Fuji's deceased daughter. Oh, I was right. I got it.
Oh, you got it, Professor. You got it.
That is correct.
All right. So you got to hold up your end of the bargain, Mewtwo.
I may not have a heart, but I am a being of my word. I will let the boy go for now.
Very, very noble. Very noble.
Oh my God.
This is not over. I will return.
Okay, please don't. Okay, and he's out the window and gone. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. Woo! Go, Professor!
Okay. I wish I got him back in the Pokeball, but
Professor.
Go ahead. Okay, hold on, Corbin. Corbin, are you okay? Are you doing okay?
No, I'm not. Curtis, why did you let him out? I was suffocating the whole time.
Wow.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh my God. Oh.
I never had any doubt we could get you back, Corbin.
There was some time there where I was pretty unsure.
I thought I was
gonna
gonna
die.
die.
There was a spot there at the end that was a little,
That was worse than anything I've ever experienced. I was like slowly suffocating the entire lesson. Oh my God.
Well, rest assured, Corbin, for future Pokemon that we go through, always know that I will never let one of my students die. All right, it will never happen at this.
You promise?
I pinky promise. So you will always be safe. Now it was a little bit touch and go there for a little bit, but of course we made it through because knowledge of Pokemon is the most important thing that we've learned here today, right?
That is true. Knowledge did save me. I mean, I could hardly hear what you guys were saying, but I assumed that's what saved me. Was it knowledge? I heard something about a quiz and some yelling.
It was primarily knowledge is what saved you.
Okay, thanks.
Also a little bit of can-do attitude, but mostly knowledge.
Curtis, why did you let him out?
Oh, well, I mean, of course I thought it was going to be Decidueye. That's
always
what we
think
had
it's
on
gonna
the
be-
schedule. That's what we had on the schedule for today. How am I supposed to know?
There's a lot of finger pointing going on, and not as much, thanking. I feel like should be happening.
Thanking? I mean, I'm about to get a
Thank you,
transfer.
Professor.
This is ridiculous. I
No,
almost
you
died.
can't.
This was pain and suffering today.
All right, you want to transfer? Go ahead, transfer. Do it. Where are you gonna go?
You can't actually.
Exactly.
You're under contract. You can't go anywhere.
All right. Well, that.
Wait. Why did you put him back in the ball? He just left. He's just out there. He's free.
He left,
we had him captive.
He left quicker than I could get him. I couldn't. He's very, very fast.
Oh,
Listen. It's fine. I don't think we're gonna see Mewtwo again. Listen. As we've said before, I think that there are multiple Mewtwo's out there, and they tend to go and sulk in like a cave or some secluded place at some location, and think about how they're gonna kill all mankind, but then never actually do it.
What if he's like gaining power and he's gonna come back and kill all of us? Huh? You don't know. It could be the end of the class as we know it, and you just let him go.
Well, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there, but honestly, I think it's very unlikely that we'll ever see Mewtwo again. But that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Mewtwo. Does anybody know who we're talking about next week? Class will still be on next week.
I thought that was it. I thought that was the end of Kanto.
No. Actually, there is one more Pokedex entry in the Kanto region.
Wait, is this Mew?
Yes. Unintuitively, Mew comes after Mewtwo.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't guess it.
Yeah,
that's weird. Okay.
You wouldn't believe. But that's gonna do it for today's a stressful lesson.
Yeah.
If you have any questions for me or Mr. Curtis or Corbin, Corbin, you really did not pull your weight in this lesson. You really gotta bring a little bit more effort next time.
I tried.
Maybe if something tries to capture you in a psychic bubble, maybe just dodge roll. Maybe jump out of the way. All right, it seems like a skill issue, really.
Do a barrel roll.
I am so ready for our summer break, Professor.
Yeah, well, we're almost there. One more week, and then we'll have a couple of weeks off to recuperate. So if you have any questions for me or anybody else, any of my students in the meantime, send us a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com, or you can find us on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter. You can find links to any of our other socials in our description, but I think that's gonna do it for today. Oh, as a reminder, August 24th will be the last time to put in votes for the new class president, so make sure you get that in on time. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's lesson, so until next time, class is dismissed. Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.